UFC 302 is happening this weekend. And I'm going to tell you all my predictions starting from the early prelims to the main event. I can't wait. And additionally, I'm going to tell you my parlay if I was allowed to bet. All right, we're starting with the first fight Mitch Raposo versus Andre Lima. Mitch Raposo is the guy from Tough. He was a number one seed. Sadly, he did lose in the first round. I think he got knocked down, and basically from that on, he wasn't doing much. He's gone on a bit of a tear. I think he was on a two-fight winning streak. He's been doing all right. He's been doing all right. He looks like one of my mates. And he's versing Andre Lima. If you don't know who Andre Lima was, he's the man that got bit. He's the guy who got bit, and then he made himself a tattoo. I got bit, and then he got an extra 50K. Like, amazing. Everyone's watching. But this fight is pretty easy to bet. Mitchell Pace is having a 10-day notice. I think so. Andre Lima is easily going to win this fight. I think it'll probably be another finish. Maybe first, second round again. It'll be something like that. Poor Mitchell Musa. He just can't get into a proper fight. But hey, move on to the next fight. Alan Perez versus Jocelyn Edwards. Everyone knows no one gives a shit about this fight, so you just go with Alan Perez because why not, eh? And then you go with Mickey Gall versus Basil Hafiz. If you don't know who Mickey Gall is, he was a very famous guy back in the day. He was on a tear. Everyone knew him. I think he lost. Yeah, he was on a tear. Everyone knew him. And if you don't know who Basil Hafiz is, he is the man who fought JDM on JDM's fight before Gilbert Burns. No, sorry, before Kevin Holland. It was doing amazing. However, that was short notice, and people are speculating that he was an alleged roid abuser just because he's coming from a national scene. And you know what? They might be true about that. Let's be honest, they might be true about that. But Basil Hafiz is going to win. He's probably going to be a more roids than a flipping horse if he allegedly. So why not? As end of the as end of the early prelims, we move on to Nico Price versus Alex Morono. I've seen a lot of people, like my mates and shit, telling me that Alex Morono has easily got this fight. I don't know how. I see Nico Price winning this fight. He will easily win this fight just because he lost his last fight against Lawler. It didn't even seem like it was a proper punch. Like nothing seemed made sense. It was a good uppercut, but it wasn't even good. It just kind of landed weak. But he'll win also just because he's doing a bounce back. And at the end of the day, he's only 34 years old. He isn't 36, 37, 38. Yes, he's been fighting for ages. And bro, the guy's like on an old used Toyota Civic, man. Toyota Corolla, man. The guy's been used, bro. Used like a slut at this point as well. He has many miles on it. But I've seen people talking shit about that. Oh, he's old and shit. He's not old. He's old in the fight game. But Max Holloway is additionally old in the fight game as well. And he just knocked out Justin Genji, the little prick, man. That's me. Poor guy. But yeah, Price has additionally taken Morono on short notice. He had a former opponent before this. This is pretty easy. I think Price will win by a decision. Oh yeah, sorry. Mickey Go versus Basil Hafiz. That'll probably be a decision, by the way. So we go Roy versus Jack Matthews. The only reason I'm going to pick Matthews. So I want to put this on your back. I want to put this on your back if you follow me. I'll put Matthews just because of Islam. That's literally it. That's literally it. I've been following his thingy. He's been going amazing. You know what? The guy's been doing amazing in terms of that spell. I don't really know how's he been doing in the UFC too much, but he's going to win this fight just because of that. Just because of that, we have belief in him. Let's go. And we've got Dawson versus Selecki. If you don't know who Dawson was, his last fight was with Bobby Green, where he sadly got knocked out, knocked the fudge out. But the guy was really good. He's shown his skill, like again and again. He is amazing. He's really good. He's a guy that can grit down. He's got good wrestling. So like it was. Some people say it was a fluke. We're gonna go. We're gonna hopefully Dawson thinking that's a fluke. You know what? Put that behind him. He's moving on to his next fight. He's versus Selecki. I'm gonna go with Dawson because the guy is actually good. And his last fight was green. Let's just say it was a fluke. That's what I'll say. Dawson by a second round KO. No, sorry, what? No, I'm being stupid. Sorry. We a decision. We a majority decision. Cesar Almeida versus Roman Kopylov. Um, yeah, Roman Kopylov is still going to win this because the guy is still like. The thing is, the guy is still good, and the UFC is still trying to like. You have to understand the UFC wants Roman Kopylov to go to the top of the game instead of Cesar Almeida. You have to understand this. So obviously, going to try to set him up a bit. So I have and Caesar's he's additionally a bit green to this game as well. He's only 5-0, the poor lad. So like I think I've got Roman Kopylov. He's gonna box him up. He's gonna throw them uppercuts. He's gonna throw the left body hooks. He's gonna get him. We move on to the main card, baby. This is easy. Okay, Randy Brown versus Elusive dos Santos. Brown will finish him in the second round. If Brown does not finish him in the second round, he will lose via decision. No, he will win by he will win by decision. Randy Brown has his match. The only thing you might be a bit fishy about if you don't want to go Randy Brown just because you don't trust him, you put him as second round KO. Second round KO. Just because of that, just because that chin kind of flies everywhere, man. Jalton Amaya versus Alexander Romanov. So we got Almeida, who's an established heavyweight at this point. Everyone kind of knows him. Oh, he's versing a preset character in UFC 4. This is going to be an easy decision with Almeida winning. It's khalas. It's going to be Almeida winning by maybe a submission if you want to put that on. If you think reflexly, it's probably going to be a decision. We move on to the thing before the co-main event headline bout. Yeah, Kevin Holland versus Mikael Olishvili. Holland is a chap. Everyone knows. The guy takes punches like it's nothing. He has a great chin. Also, this motherfucker is only 31 years old. He's in his prime. He's versing a guy that's 29 years old who's been knocked out, who hasn't shown his game. He kind of doesn't have a game. He kind of takes it in the chin. He comes back. He marauds you. It's not going to work with Kevin Holland. At the end of the day, that's just not going to work. Kevin Holland has power. He's a freak. He's an animal. Kevin Holland, second round. Kevin Holland, third round KO. Third round KO. He'll get him in the third round. Kevin Holland sometimes acts retarded. You have to put that into the basis of the game. And we move on to the co-main event. Sean Strickland versus Paulo Borracina Costa. This is going to be a good fight. I can't wait for it. I swear to God, I can't wait for it. Shit's already rising. You can already tell. But Sean Strickland winning this fight, just like everyone else is. Literally everyone in their NAT has Sean Strickland winning this fight. That's the only thing. Like, yes, Paulo Costa should win. It's like a thing on paper where Paulo Costa should win. Just because Paulo is gonna come with the pressure, he struggles. But I think that Sean Strickland has amazing defense. He makes people miss their punches. I can rely more on Sean Strickland. I can rely on his jab, I can rely on his teeps, I can rely on that cross, and I can rely on that weird ass hook, that right hook he does. I don't even know but the guy's American at the end of the day. He has good wrestling. The game ain't gonna go to the floor anyways. I do think this will be a decision. This is a 5 rounder, 5 round majority decision, Sean Strickland. And we move on to the main event. We've got Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. I have watched this fight a bit too much. I've studied a bit too much on it, especially when the result's pretty obvious. Sadly, Dustin Poirier is not going to win. I would not put that on my parlay. I'm definitely not putting that on my parlay. I did have him winning on the Benoit Saint Denis fight, but not this one. Islam is too well rounded. Islam will take him down. He's not like Khabib who'll try to ground and pound you. Islam will try to focus on the grappling, specifically in the grappling when he's on top. His guillotine defense is actually pretty good as well. He doesn't really focus on the choke, and he moves his leg, tries to get to a better position. This is the perfect thing that he does right now, just because of Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier doesn't know how to actually do the guillotine properly. If you watch his fights, he's not doing it properly. You can watch a video on it on YouTube. There's probably some guy analyzing it. He's just not doing it properly. He's not. He's not doing the arm in the guillotine correctly. So he doesn't probably can't even get the thingy. It works in training because at the end of the day, you just tap in training. It makes sense. So this is pretty easy. So Islam is not going to get it. Islam will probably get an armbar from it. Islam will probably get an armbar. If not, he's going to go to an arm triangle. If not, after the arm triangle, he's going to go to a Von Flue choke. At the end of the day, Islam is just going to kind of maraud him. He's going to bash him up. I don't think Islam will actually submit him. I don't think that's actually going to happen. I actually see Dustin Poirier being finished in the third round via strikes. All right, I'll see you guys this weekend.